What's up, everyone? Dad Bod here again with the next part of my Chalice Dungeon trophy guide for Bloodborne. So in this episode, we are going to conquer the Lower Pthumeru Chalice that we just picked up after defeating the Central Pthumeru Chalice. Before we head in there, there's a couple of housekeeping items I want to take care of. Namely, first, I'm going to just pick up some beast blood pellets. Not required by any stretch. I might use them on some of the bosses, so I'm just going to go ahead and top them off, and I'll top off my bolt paper while I'm at it. And then another thing is I'm going to equip the eye rune, which is going to increase my drop rate. And the reason for me doing this is, let's see, I want to leave the claw mark on, and I want to leave my HP up. So I'll take off the anti-clockwise, and I'm going to put on the brightest eye rune that I have. This one is the one that you get for killing Master Willem outside of Bergenworth. So the reason why I'm equipping the eye rune is because it's going to increase our drop rate in the Lower Pthumeru Chalice. And the reason for that is because this chalice does not give you enough ritual blood 4s to unlock the next dungeon. So you need at least one drop. And so sometimes you actually have to come back and farm for that drop, but sometimes if you're lucky, you'll get the one that you need in the chalice. So here we go. Lower Pthumeru Chalice. We need 9 ritual blood 3s, which we have, and 3,200 blood echoes, which we also have. So I'm going to go ahead and perform the ritual here. And we will have the Lower Pthumeru Chalice Dungeon available to us. So again, the route that we're going to take is going to give us a total of 8 ritual blood 4s, which means we're going to need 1 drop to get to the 9 that we need. And I'm going to show you where you can farm that drop if you need to. Hopefully we're not going to need to, though, but regardless, I'm going to show you where you would do it. All right, so we're going to skip this pre-lantern door over here. We don't need to go through there in this layer, so we're just going to skip right by it. Again, the purpose of these videos is to take the fastest path to the trophies that require the Chalice Dungeon exploration. And the purpose of this video is not to thoroughly explore all of these Chalice Dungeons, because that does take quite a bit of time, and to be quite honest, it does get repetitive, and in my opinion, the gameplay is not all that compelling when fully exploring all of the chalices. Some people, that's up for debate. Some people would disagree with that, and that's okay. But in my opinion, the Chalice Dungeons do get a little bit repetitive, and there's a trap right here, so don't press the button. Those things will shoot you and kill you. So I need to, let's see, the door's on the right. I must have passed it. And I'm getting mauled by spiders here. Yeah, that's the door that I needed to go through. I was so preoccupied with not getting hit by the trap that I missed the door. So there's a Bell Maiden here. Obviously, you want to kill her. She's the one summoning those red spiders. See, now those spiders are gone. So, so down here, we're going to want to pull the lever. A bit of a different guy guarding this one, but he, goes down fairly easy as well. So now note we're on a depth 3 chalice now. So the first one was depth 1, second one was depth 2. This one is depth 3. And as I said in the last video, the higher that depth number is, they go 1 to 5, the harder they get. So this one is going to be a more of a moderate difficulty. We're not going to be able to walk all over it like we did with some of the other ones. So again, you're going to want to avoid this trap here. Well, you can see what happens when you step on it. But we're going to go straight through the boss door here and fight the boss. There's really, on the first layer, there's really not much you can do in terms of obtaining the materials that we need for the next dungeon that we're going to unlock. So this is going to be another Watchers fight. These are going to be a little bit more difficult than the first round. And I will point out that this is the only chalice that we're going to cover that actually has 4 layers instead of 3. If you remember from the last video, the other 2 chalices that we did had 3 layers, and all the other ones after this chalice are going to have 3 layers. So this is the only one that has 4. So just a little note there. You're not going crazy. This guy with the gun. Not quite as dangerous as the other ones. All right. Pretty simple. All right. So in this next layer coming up, layer 2, we got a few more errands to run. This first layer is pretty straightforward. We just pulled the lever and then fought the boss right away. This next layer, we got some things to take care of. All right, we're going to light the lantern. And through this door, we're going to drop down and go through this here arch. Go through this arch too. And beware, there's a guy. Ah! Just as I was talking about it, there's a guy that drops down and grabs you. Dadgummit. I knew he was right there, and the rat was blocking my way around him, and so I ended up getting hit. Oh, well. Right as I was saying that, too. So anyway, go up this ladder. I'm going to top off my health real quick. So we want to go across this bridge all the way. And there's a pickup right here. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm going to grab it just because I'm OCD. Yeah, numbing mist. We don't need any numbing mist. So we're going to go up these stairs, and we got our lever right here. I'm going to kill this guy because he could possibly drop Ritual Blood Force. So again, we equipped the Eye Rune before coming in here to increase our drop rate. So hopefully we'll get it. Not a guarantee by any means. Oh, he just healed himself. Maybe I should have used that numbing mist. I didn't even know these guys could heal themselves. Dadgummit, stop it. All right, I'm going to just visceral you if I can. If I can actually get the timing right, that'd be great. All right, now I'm just spamming. There we go. If you try it enough times, eventually you'll get it. Or if you're skilled, you can just get it on the first try. All right, well, we got our Quicksilver bullets back, or at least some of them, but not a Ritual Blood 4, as I was hoping for, but it's all good. All right, let's pull the lever. And you guessed it, time for a Bold Hunter's Mark. So now that we pull the lever, our next order of business is we're going to go through the boss door, and then there's going to be one of those doors off to the side that we're going to go through because we need some stuff in there. So we got this door on the right. Okay. Just going to run past these guys, and there's going to be a room full of rats. Run past the ladder here. We're going to run through here. And I'm actually going to pop a blue elixir because it'll make this next part a little bit easier. And you're going to want to run. Run, run, run. And this fat guy down here could give us a Ritual Blood. But what we want is in this this coffin here. It's the Arcane Haze Extractor. And this is going to be used a bit later to give us some materials that we need for dungeons in the future. Because we're going to be able to convert some of our materials into what's called Arcane Haze. Nope. No luck for us today. That's okay. I'm just going to try to get a Bold Hunter's Mark off. Nope, not going to work. Maybe? Nope. All right, these guys are gonna be like that. Actually, it's okay if we don't use a Bolt Hunter's Mark here. So if you remember, we ran past a ladder over here. So now we just have to go up that ladder. So probably better that we didn't use a Bolt Hunter's Mark there anyway. So go up this ladder. I'm going to turn right. Go through here. We're going to get our first Ritual Blood 4s. Right in this here treasure chest. There we go. So now, time for a Bolt Hunter's Mark. Oh, you... Okay, so that's all we needed to do in this layer. We got our first Ritual Blood 4s. So now it's just straight to the boss, and that's going to be it for layer 2. So we were in here before. That's where we just were, down through there. And I'm going to throw on some fire paper. And I don't have my pellets equipped. I'm going to equip them real quick. So with my fire paper and my pellet, making pretty quick work of this guy. Oh, that's an AoE attack. Interesting. But he is no more. All right, so we're down to layer 3. And as I said before, layer 3 is not the last layer in this dungeon. There are 4 layers in this dungeon. Okay. So I'm actually going to warp back to the dream just to get my full quantity of bullets and blood vials back. Just for safety's sake. So once I get back to the dream, I will have my... it'll restore my items here, and then I'm going to head right back to where we just were. All right. Going back to Lower Pthumerian Labyrinth Layer 3. And so one thing about the Chalice Dungeons is there are illusory walls. So illusory walls are a thing in Dark Souls. However, there were none in the main game of Bloodborne, but they do appear in the Chalice Dungeon. So we're about to hit our first illusory wall here. You just run straight across from the lantern, and kaboom, illusory wall. So through this illusory wall, we get a treasure room right off the bat. And we're going to get some Ritual Blood 4s. Believe this chest has the Ritual Blood 4s, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So we have 3 of them so far. 3 of 8 that we're going to get in here. Hopefully 9 if we pick up one from a drop, which we're going to need at least 1 drop. And so, you know, just showing you some of the other stuff in these treasures. You don't need to get it. But feel free if you want. If your curiosity... demands you get the treasures, then by all means get the treasures. So there's our boss door. Can't go quite there just yet. And all right, so we need to drop down off this pathway. We're going to go straight to the right. So those giant monsters that were out in Bergenworth, or there's one of them in Bergenworth. There's a bunch of them in here, so you don't want to linger around here too long because they'll get you. So I want to go up these stairs through here. There's another Rom spider. You get the idea here yet? If not, we'll find out eventually. Okay, so now we're on kind of the top tier of where we just were. So we want to go around this wall. And there's going to be a door that we're going to use off here to the side. All right, and here's the guy guarding the switch. We're going to kill him, and hopefully he'll drop a Ritual Blood 4. We'll see. And drum roll, please. Oh well. No luck for us so far. So, Bold Hunter's Mark. And that's it for us in this layer. We're actually going to go straight to the boss now, who will be familiar. I think this is our first familiar boss that we faced so far in the Chalice Dungeons. All the other ones have been some of the Chalice exclusive bosses. So, so we don't need to go here, but I mentioned that I'm going to show you where you can farm the Ritual Blood 4 if you need it. So obviously you're going to want to have that lantern unlocked, the Layer 3 lantern. You go through this door, there's going to be a bagman, and this bagman can drop it. So you're going to want to fight him, kill him, and hopefully you'll get a drop. There it is. Look at that. How about that? So he did give us the drop. So as I said, if you need to, you can farm that guy. So if he doesn't give it to you, you can just use a Bold Hunter's Mark, warp back to the lamp, rinse and repeat till he gives it to you. Hopefully you'll get lucky and one of these guys will give it to you, especially if you have the eye rune equipped. All right. So the next boss fight is someone who should be familiar to you. That is right. We are fighting Rom. So I will say, I mean, he's relatively easy in the main game, but he's a bit more challenging in this Chalice Dungeon because you have much less space to work with in the Chalice Dungeon. So while normally I don't take the spiders out, in this instance I'm going to, just because you don't have nearly as much room to work with. And if you play your cards right, sometimes I can pull it off, but not always. You can actually one-cycle him, or almost one-cycle him. You can, because when he tries to teleport, if you do a charged attack at just the right time, you can knock him out of his teleport and get a few more hits in. So I'm going to try to do that. We'll see. And it obviously, if you can pull it off, it makes the fight a lot easier, because once he warps, he then summons more spiders, and then Rom himself starts attacking you with his magic. And he also has some physical attacks if you're close enough. So I think that's all of his spiders. I'm going to heal up, throw on the bolt paper, throw on the beast blood pellets. I'm actually going to do a few shots on his head first because that'll help me get my beast blood pellet charged up a little bit more. Oh, man. That didn't go as intended. Oh, well. Well, I did get my beast blood pellets charged up, but now I got to deal with more spiders, which I wasn't prepared for him to teleport right then. And see, yeah, now he's hitting me with his magic. And so this might require a second try. In fact, I'm just going to go for broke. I'm going to say screw the spiders. And I'm just going to wail on him here and hopefully not die. Oh, that's his close range attack. So you have to be wary when you're close to him. You're vulnerable. So, whoop, that's his melee attack. But here we go. We got him. All right. Not too bad. Didn't go exactly as planned, but we salvaged it nonetheless. So, all right. So we got the Lower Pthumeru Chalice. And as I said, do not be deceived. There is a fourth layer in this dungeon. So we have arrived in Layer 4. Unfortunately, this is the only dungeon that has 4 layers, at least of the ones that we're doing as part of this guide. So we're going to go straight here. There's going to be a door right here on our left. And we're going to go up the ladder. Whoops, wrong side. And immediately at the top, there's going to be a door on the right that we're going to turn and go through. We're going to go all the way to the back, and we're going to pull the lever. So we already have the 1 Ritual Blood 4 that we need, but, oh, wow, that almost one-shot me. But I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy, too. Especially for what he just did to me. That's not acceptable. And got some blood vials. Not too shabby. Okay, so we're actually not going to bold Hunter's Mark here. We're going to backtrack and go back to where we just were, and then we're going to go across the little bridge here. And there's going to be another room over here. So we're going to use, once we get into the room, we're going to use a blue elixir, just because it's one of those rooms with a lot of enemies. So we're going to run straight back this doorway. See, there's spiders and those big red-eyed wolves and yick. And so, whoops, there's a red spider. So you know what that means. There's a Bell Maiden, and there's also a trap that I just ran past. Let's get the Bell Maiden. All right, so down at the bottom here, there's another door that we got to go through. We're going to go all the way down here. There's going to be another big bridge that we're going to cross that leads us to a treasure room. I'll take this guy out just because he's in the way. And there's enemies in here. And one of these guys who could very well, whoops, bad timing, who could give us a Ritual Blood 4. We already have one, but maybe we'll get another one. If you get lucky and get 2, you can skip the last Ritual Blood that we get in this run. But anyway, I'll bring that up when we get there. So we got 3 more Ritual Blood 4s. So that brings us to a total of 7. And then the back right chest here has another Ritual Blood 4, which will bring us to 8. So as I said, if you got lucky and got 2 drops, you already have your 9, and you can already just go on and fight the boss and get out of here. But I'm going to assume that you either only have 1 or have none. So there is actually another Ritual Blood 4 that we're going to pick up, which gives us a total of 8 that you can possibly find in this dungeon. And again, you need at least 1 drop. So if you find 2 drops, congratulations, you're lucky, you're done. But if you only found the 1 drop, we need to go ahead and get this next one. So I'm going to go down here and go straight through this tunnel. And there's going to be another guardian guy. Ah! Whoops. Quite powerful, this fellow. Are you stuck on the wall? It's trying to cheese him, but didn't work. Come on. Yeah, this guy's pretty strong, so don't mess around with him. But there we go. We just got a second Ritual Blood 4, so hopefully you'll get some drops. So in this chest here, back behind this little wagon, if it'll let me open it, got to be on this side. This is the last Ritual Blood 4 that is inside the dungeon. Okay, so we're going to Bold Hunter's Mark out of here. And then we're going to go straight to the boss. We've already pulled the lever. So as I said, if you got 2 drops, you don't have to go. If you already got 2 drops, you already have your 9. You don't have to go for that, that last ritual blood that we just got just now. So it'll save you a little bit of time. So straight to the boss. We don't need to mess with that door. Off to the side. And just to check, we have 10 ritual blood 4s. We need 9, so we are in good shape for the next dungeon. All right, so in here we have a bloodletting beast. It is the first one of 2 that we're going to fight. We're going to fight another one a bit later. Ah, that one, he like winds up, and you have to time it just right to dodge through it. His legs are breakable. His arms are breakable. He has a stomp attacks. He has swipe attacks, as you can see. I'm just gonna try to get away for a heal real quick. I prefer not to lock onto this guy. If you can get savvy with your dodges and whatnot, you can get some good hits in. I just broke his leg. Got a decent amount of his HP down already. He's mad. I did it too early. It's really hard to time that one right because the windup is just so long. I broke his arm. Oh, a couple more hits should do it. Problem is a couple hits on me should do it for him too. So, oh. Yeah. And here I thought I was going to get a heal in and be okay, but whatever. It is what it is. That was kind of a grade A choke job at the very end of the dungeon. Just because I'm OCD, I always have to have my hand lantern on. Man, that sucked. Oh well. Life goes on. Get my blood echoes back. Oh, hello. Let me heal that time. So as you can see, dodging through his attacks is pretty important. Got a leg break there. Just kind of wailing on him with transform attacks. All right, let's reset here. All right, second form. And all right, be gone. See, he's really not that hard. I don't know what the deal was, but well, he's not that hard if you're at my level. So level 200. So I just got the Defiled Chalice. So ladies and gentlemen, just gonna be real with you. The Defiled Chalice is where things go south for many. The Defiled Chalice is nothing to scoff at and is quite rage-inducing. Most notably because when you play the Defiled Chalice, you have half HP. So just beware. A little taste of things to come. I'm going to go back up and re-equip my rune. I don't need the eye rune anymore. So I'm going to put my counterclockwise or anti-clockwise Metamorphosis rune back on. I think that's going to do it for this video. We're going to save the Defiled Chalice for next time. And we're going to have ourselves a wonderful time. Just a wonderful time. And you'll see exactly why. So hopefully you got your 9 Ritual Blood 4s. Hopefully you're all good to go. We'll call it right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Thank you so much for your support on this channel. It means so much, and I really appreciate you guys watching. So take care and have a great day. I'll see you in the next one for the Defiled Chalice. Adios.